Hi, this is Carrie with Carrie Concealed in the Active Self-Protection Extra channel, and we have a special guest today. This is Mr. Nick from Mantis, and I thought we could ask him some questions. You guys have been a long time Ask sponsor.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I thought it'd be fun to ask you some questions, so we'll do that right when we come back.
Palm pepper spray is next generation OC spray. It's hot at 1.4% major capsaicinoids, and its modular design means you can customize it exactly to you. 3 different setups, lots of different color combinations. You can make it exactly as you like. And the flip top safety prevents accidental discharges. It's 10 to 12 foot range and 25 half-second blasts. Make sure that you can keep that long range eye poke at long range. I trust Palm OC and I recommend it for everyone for self-defense.
Mr. Nick, let's start. Tell us a bit about yourself personally, and then a bit about the company Mantis.
Yeah, so my name's Nick Kearns. I've been with Mantis for about 5.5 years now. Day one at Mantis was SHOT Show Range Day 2019, so I was thrown right into the fire.
Oh my God, that's almost me.
Hey, you gotta learn quick.
Well, that is true, especially if you're at Mantis.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, so I grew up in Kansas, lifelong bird hunter. I've been shooting since I was about 5 years old. It's always been a passion of mine. Yeah. So the ability to get into the firearms industry was just an absolute dream.
Sure, that's awesome. And then tell us a little bit about Mantis.
Yeah, so Mantis, what we make is firearms training equipment. I'm sure most of you are familiar with it by now.
Our main
product, our main product is this little guy on the end of the rail there. That's the Mantis X10 Elite. And what our products do is monitors the technique of the shooter via motion. So it's not a camera or a laser, so it's not teaching you what you hit. We analyze technique of the shooter to teach you why are you missing your targets and how do you fix that behavior. And that X10 Elite works with any pistol, rifle, shotgun, or bow. And it works
I didn't know they work with bows.
Yep,
too.
absolutely.
Wow.
We work with everything. And it works with live ammunition, dry fire, and CO2. Now, don't dry fire your bow. You can only do that once. But what we do is analyze technique, give you instant feedback on how to improve your technique. So are you pushing, you're pulling, you're slapping the trigger?
Yep.
Why are we missing, and what do we need to do to correct that behavior?
That's awesome.
And it does that all through an app. The app's completely free. Download it on your phone, train at home, get up to a very high level. Then once you get to the range, it takes all the guesswork out. Because putting holes in paper is fun. But nowadays it's so expensive that I hate just going there and investing my time, money, and effort and not improving on anything. So what I do is every time I'm training, I have my phone on the bench in front of me, take about 10, 15 shots, and as I'm reloading my magazine, I'm looking down at that phone,
good idea.
and it's telling me exactly what to work on for that next magazine downrange. So it takes out all the guesswork for me. So at the end of the day, I can go, okay, great, I started here, I improved on these things, and I still need to focus on this with my training.
Sure. Do you? What is one of your favorite features of the Mantis?
One of my favorite features is our 5-stage holster draw analysis. So it takes your old school shot timer drill, beep to bang, breaks it into the 5 segments. So from the buzzer, how quick did I respond and get to my gun, start pulling, get horizontal, punch out, and then fire my shot. And it graphs it so I can see things like, am I chicken winging, I'm bowling, I'm casting, loose holster, anything like that. So that one's been incredibly useful for me. And another one that I really like is our compressed surprise break drill. And so what that drill wants you to do is remain on target, and it sounds a buzzer, and then you need to shoot as quickly and as accurately as you can. So it adds in that next level of stress, so you don't have all the time in the world. So trying to be accurate on demand.
Yeah, that's awesome. I don't know if you've heard about this, but years ago, Mr. Neal did like an FBI challenge, basically. Have you heard about this, where he had, I don't even know how many, I want to say 15 to 20 people who had never handled a firearm before, or extremely little handling of a firearm. And he took them through a 10 to 12 week dry practice program from their homes. So it's all virtual. And none of them had shot the FBI qual before. And he used dry fire technique. Mantis product as well, I believe, was involved or incorporated into that. But if they didn't have a Mantis, they could still do it. But anyway, point is, when they met for the first time, the very first time they did live fire, they were able to pass the FBI qualification.
That's awesome.
And that's pretty amazing for just doing work at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's such a valuable tool, and it keeps, I like it because it helps students just anybody, be comfortable with handling a gun at home
Yeah,
too, which
absolutely.
is really cool because as long as we do it safely, but to have something like this to be able to use it with.
Yeah, for new shooters, it helps build that confidence and technique.
Yes.
That way,
And
you're
that's the
learning.
key.
You're learning correctly the first time,
Yeah.
and it builds up that confidence. So when that new shooter gets to the range, they're going, "Oh, I got this. I've been training this. I
Yeah.
know exactly what I need to be doing."
Yep, I can often tell which student when they come. I can often tell if they've been like, especially if I saw them, a year ago, and I've seen it, I'll be like, "Hey, you've been doing some work, right?"
Yep.
"Oh yeah, I got a Mantis, and it's amazing."
Yep,
So it's pretty
absolutely.
cool. Let's see, I had another question here for you. What would you say that Mantis is known for most? Like success stories you might be able to share with us?
Yeah, so we have something like a 92% improvement rate in within 15 to 20 minutes of someone using our system.
Wow.
They see a drastic improvement. I can take someone who walks up, is a new shooter, "Hey, I just got my first gun,
Yeah.
I need to get some training." We always recommend for new shooters, go to a certified instructor
Yeah.
to get that proper training.
Yeah.
But after you do that, once you're at home, now you can sit there and get those reps, build that skill set and
Sure.
that confidence up.
Sure.
And so we see tons of new shooters immediately improving,
Yeah.
gaining that confidence, but then also our really high level shooters, we have analytics in here that helps you dial in. And for, say, competitive shooters,
Sure.
we have drills that's going to help you shave off that 1/10 of a second that might be the difference between
Yeah.
first place and fourth place in your competition.
Sure. Tell us a little bit about the different badges, like the actual systematized practice that Mantis has.
Yeah, so Mantis has several different courses. So
right within the app, so you buy the product and you get the software for free. It comes with it.
Yep.
And then
And so-
within the course, you have these
Yeah.
courses.
Yeah,
within
so
the app.
right now we're on our rifle courses. You might be able to see it here. We have 3 different rifle courses,
Okay.
and then we have 6 different pistol courses.
So what are some of the titles of the pistol courses, the names of them?
Yeah, so we have your basic, advanced, and elite marksmanship
Yep.
and combat, and then double action diligence, and then basic, advanced, and elite rifle marksmanship courses.
Wow, that's
and
impressive.
so when you have the system, you go through those courses, and they progressively want you to get faster times, better
Sure.
scores, more complicated drills. And as you complete those, we send you patches for bragging rights.
Yeah.
That way you can show off to your friends.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I think that's awesome, and it
Yeah.
makes people want to work
Yeah,
for it. So,
exactly. It keeps it fresh and engaging. That way, every day you're not going, "Okay, what do I want to do?" You're going, "Okay, sweet. What's the next
can I
step in
work
my
on?
progression?"
Exactly. Let's see. What was the next question I was going to ask you? Is there anything exciting about to happen with Mantis or that Mantis is working on that you can tell us about? It's okay
Yeah.
if not.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our Blackbeard X product right here. You guys have probably seen this by now,
Yep.
but it's a replacement BCG and charging handle. Mag is your battery pack.
Okay.
So you just pop your rear
I
pin,
get it. Your
pull your
battery
gear,
pack's there.
drop
Okay.
it in.
Okay.
30-second change out, and your rifle becomes your training rifle.
Okay.
Same trigger weight, brake, reset, your optics and furniture, up to about 8 shots a second. Fully automatic capability. If you have the cool guy switch, magazine holds about 50,000 shots per charge, and it's rechargeable. And it
If you
connects.
have the cool guy switch,
Yeah,
that
yep,
was fly.
absolutely.
What about the cool gal switch?
Well, of course. It's a gender neutral term.
I like that.
Yeah. And then that connects to the app to give you the same basic analytics and diagnostics, but also it takes it to the next level because that sensor is hardwired into the magazine.
Gotcha.
We can do very high level multi-threat rapid fire engagements. So moving between targets tracks your transition efficiency, over travel, wasted time on target, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that allows you to go from your very basics of fundamentals all the way up to high speed stuff.
Sure. Is there, when you're at shows like this, we're at NRA annual meeting 2004, are there, do folks come up and say, "Oh my gosh, I got one of these and it's amazing"?
Oh yeah, we have people come back every year. "I'm so glad I picked this up last year. I've improved so much." And then they'll bring their friends and family. "Hey, you have to see this. You have to check this stuff out."
Wow.
And what I was going to say about that Blackbeard X, I kind of got
sorry.
sidetracked there. You're all right.
Well, I sidetracked you.
So we have the AR-15 model,
Okay.
and we recently released the MCX model. We're also developing it for PCC 9mm,
Wow.
AR-10s,
Wow.
AKs, Scar Light, Scar Heavy, G36, MP5. So we're just going to expand
Wow.
that significantly.
When will
And
some of that stuff start rolling?
allegedly,
Yeah.
there may be something coming for pistol.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I was gonna say, when is that type of stuff rolling out? Are we talking
Yeah,
like
so we'll have-
5 years away?
Oh,
or?
no. A few of those models, the AR-10 is very close, the AK is very close. We don't have an exact release date.
Sure,
but
that's
we
okay.
hope to see them before next year.
That's awesome. Good stuff. You guys have a massive spread here.
Yeah.
What's the traffic been like?
Oh, it's been pretty good. The overall foot traffic for the show seems to be down.
It is down this year.
But
I would
our
agree.
booth is always fairly
packed.
busy.
I mean, I've been trying to stop in.
Yeah.
For this is the third day now.
Yep.
And you guys are packed. And
Yeah.
you have, how many staff do you have here?
Oh gosh, we have to have at least 10 to
I
12
would
staff
say, yeah,
here.
you guys are all busy all the time.
Yeah,
so.
our booth always is a draw for people because they get to come in, they get to shoot a gun, we get to teach them how to improve. People just love it.
So question for you, how long did we say that ASP, do you know about how long ASP and Mantis have been partnering
I believe
together?
since about 2016, 2017, we're one of the longest running sponsors of ASP,
Yeah,
and
for
we
sure.
absolutely love you guys.
Oh, same. It goes both ways. We talk about you guys all the
Yeah.
time. So one of my favorite things that I like to use with my students is the recoil meter.
Oh, yeah.
That helps so much, especially when they're able to see that changes in their grip dramatically impact what they're seeing right on the screen.
Just that slight change can have such a big impact on your shooting. It's great to be able to see that information real time right in front of you.
Yeah.
So you can experiment with, all right, if I change my grip from here to here, or if I'm using this ammo versus this ammo, or if I'm trying a new compensator, whatever. It's a great way to sit there and get that real-time data to see, okay, is this actually helping me? Is this hurting me? What do I need to be doing
And
here?
it's objectively measurable. That's the cool part. It's not like, oh, it feels better or it doesn't feel better. It's, is it actually making a difference?
It's numbers, and numbers don't lie to you.
Yeah. I just hung just as an experiment, I hung a weapon-mounted light on one of my handguns, and I was just curious to see if that would make a significant difference in recoil. And it did make a difference, but when I put some weights where the battery compartment is, wow, did that make a radical difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
My recoil meter went from like 23 to 28% down to 9 to 12%.
Gotcha.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's a huge
And
improvement.
I mean, yes, it felt like it was less recoil, right? Or felt more flat, but the fact that I could see it right on the screen was super, super cool.
Exactly.
So, well, I appreciate your time today, Mr. Nick. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
One last thing, what if somebody has a holster and they would like to use their existing holster? How can they do that with Mantis?
Yeah, so let me go ahead and open this one up, and I can show you guys exactly how we take care of that problem.
That's a question I get a lot.
So your Mantis X10 actually comes right out of the box with everything you're going to need. So you get the zipper case, the sensor. We have a 2-piece barrel clamp here for your long guns, rifles, shotguns, some revolvers.
Okay.
And the rubber shims here for different diameter barrels.
Gotcha. Okay.
Charging cable, of course a sticker, but then for your holster, we have a universal magazine adapter.
I did not know you guys had that.
Oh yeah, it's included with every one of them.
Oh
So
my
right out of the
goodness.
box, you're ready to go.
Oh my goodness.
And what that is a small piece of Picatinny rail with an adhesive backing. So you take your magazine, clean the base plate with the included alcohol wipe.
Okay.
Take your adapter, stick and hold it on there with your thumb for about a minute, then let it sit for about 24 hours to cure up with a good secure bond. That allows you to take your sensor, mount it on the bottom of the mag. That way you can use any gun that doesn't have a rail, like a 1911, Beretta 92, anything like that. Any lights and lasers you already have, or a non-light bearing holster. So you don't have to go buy a new $100 holster just to train with us. We want you to train how you fight.
Yeah,
So.
that's one of the things I love about Mantis is you can train as you carry.
Yes, exactly.
And it's just a rare thing these days.
Yeah, you need to be able to train with that actual gear so you're not changing everything and you're like, okay, my training gear is great, but my actual carry gear.
Yeah. Good stuff. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Nick. I appreciate your time today.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you have any questions, you can hit up Mantis.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know they'd love to help you. So we'll see you next week.
Have a good one.